Welcome to MKE Gadgets. Today we're going to talk a little bit about fermenters. This is the original plastic fermenter I bought at the local brew shop. And everything was good with these fermenters. There's a ring, a cover, a hole for your bung. You filled your fermentables, you tighten it up, put your airlock in, and you were good. Well, they had a design change, and a design change doesn't sit real well with a few of my friends. So this is the new fermenter cover, and it always pops off. And I talked to the guy at the brew shop, and he says, well, just use these straps to hold it down. And you always want to pop off because they have a nice silicone gasket in here, but as pressure builds up in your fermenter, it works its way up and pops off like that. So a friend of mine came up with the idea of combining the best of the both worlds. Take the ring off of this fermenter that will hold it on really nice, and put it on here and tighten that down. Then this fermenter won't pop off. The whole problem is we have an interference fit here. This flange is too large to go into the ring. Now my friend Mike, he says, hey, why don't you use your lathe, turn this diameter down, so then the collar will fit right on there and you can tighten it up. Let's go out to the shop and see if we can do this. I moved to the lathe and I chucked up the fermenter ring on the inside, and I duct taped some pennies here as a spacer. That way the boring bar does not run into the hardened jaws. I have the boring bar upside down and I'm running in reverse. I took a couple practice cuts to just set everything up, and these chips are real stringy. So every once in a while you gotta stop and cut them off with a knife. You gotta be careful. As we all know, knives are very sharp. So let's take a couple passes, kind of see how this goes. Down here I have a dial indicator set up. 0 is 12 o'clock. So when I get to 12 o'clock, I know it's as far as I want to feed over. And again, boring bar upside down, running in reverse. I'm feeding in 10 thousandths, which is 20 thousandths on diameter. I'm watching the indicator, I'm at 0, I back it off, feed in 10 thousandths. Kind of tedious. And let's stop and check. I'm shooting for 5 inches, 660 thousandths. And I wrote the number down here on the compound for a quick reference. And I got quite a ways to go. Take a couple more passes. When I get close, I'll clean up real good and check it real good. I took the ring off the chuck and I tried it with the collar, and it fits real nice. I wanted to show you the setup here. I have a piece of duct tape on the jaws here, so I won't dig in and scratch the inside of the fermenter. And I duct tape a penny on here. I use a penny because the chuck chuck is harder, and I didn't want the boring bar to hit the hardened chuck. And you kind of see I took some of the tape off. Pennies is pretty soft, they're pretty cheap. Boring bar is upside down, and the chips are real stringy. So I used a utility knife and I sliced them off very carefully. When it's all done, I came with a deburring tool. And be careful because these items are very sharp. And I just broke the edge on that, inside and outside. Now I'm going to take it to the fermenter and see how it fits. I removed the silicone gasket for turning it on the lathe. I didn't want to get any chips on there. I didn't want to get it dirty or greasy. I want to keep it clean. So let's try it on the fermenter. Put the collar on. This snaps down really nice. This spins on. That's going to hold it nice and tight. The pressure building up won't pop it off. Put my airlock back on. Put a solid bung on there. I will replace that with a thermal well in a few more days. And now I don't have to worry about that popping off. This is MKE Gadgets. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was helpful to you. If you like it, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.